make sure you have your week 3 Wednesday worksheet out. We have all the same sentence parts that we've been doing. So just like we did yesterday and Monday, we have subject, noun, verb, adjectives and adverbs, and articles. So new sentences, but all the same parts. All right, so remember, first thing we do is read the sentence. The polite young singer sang exceptionally well. Make sure you know what those words are. The polite young singer sang exceptionally well. All right, here we go. Who sang exceptionally well? Singer, subject, noun. What is being said about singer? Singer sang, verb. Sang how? Ooh, how did they sing? They sang exceptionally or they sang well? Actually, in this one, they sang well. So that's an adverb. Now, this is a tricky one because today we have an adverb that describes another adverb. So remember, in our jingle, to find an adverb, you go to a verb or an adjective or another adverb. So in this one, we're going to say that they sang. How did they sing? They sang well. And then we're going to say, how well? Exceptionally. So it's an adverb. Okay? So that one's a little tricky. So remember, we say sang how, they sang well, and then we say how well. Was it just sort of well? No, it was exceptionally well. And so that's an adverb as well. Okay? All right, now let's go back to the beginning of the sentence. The next word we have is young. So what kind of singer? Young, adjective. What kind of singer? Polite, adjective. And then the, article, adjective. Good. All right, so that's number 1. Sentence number 2. Again, we'll read it a couple of times to make sure we know the big words. The extremely loud music stopped abruptly. Abruptly means like right away. All right, so it says the extremely loud music stopped abruptly. All right, here we go. What stopped abruptly? Music, subject, noun. What is being said about music? Music stopped, verb. Stopped how? Abruptly, adverb. Go back to the first words. What kind of music? Loud, adjective. All right, here's another tricky one. Is it what kind of music? Extremely? Was it extremely music? No, it wasn't extremely music. So this word, there's a clue in the way it's spelled to what it is. It ends in ly. And remember, exceptionally ended in ly. And abruptly ended in ly. Do you remember what ly is a clue to? Ly is what a lot of adverbs end in. So actually, extremely is an adverb. And the question is, how loud? Okay, so we would go back to the adjective and say, how loud? And again, we have that how word, and that's an adverb question, how. So extremely loud. So remember, our jingle says that in order to find an adverb, we can go back to the verb, we can go to another adverb, or we can go to an adjective. And we can ask those questions, how, when, and where, from any of those places. And if there's a word that answers it, it's an adverb. So this word, extremely, actually tells me how loud, and it's an adverb. All right, enough of the tricky part. So the next part is the article, adjective. Okay? Sentence number 3. Several brown ducks waddled awkwardly away. So awkwardly means they weren't very smooth about it. All right, so we've got several brown ducks waddled awkwardly away. What waddled awkwardly away? Ducks, subject, noun. What is being said about ducks? Ducks waddled, verb. waddled how, or waddled where, or waddled when? What do we have here? Waddled where? Good. Adverb. Away. Waddled where? Away. Now be careful because of the awkwardly part again. Waddled how? Awkwardly. Adverb. All right, so awkwardly tells me how they waddled, but away tells me where they waddled. Okay, so two different questions answered by asking waddled how, waddled where, awkwardly, away. Okay, go back to the beginning of the sentence. Brown. Brown would tell me what kind, right? What kind of ducks? Brown, adjective. And then the last word we have is several. Ooh, several doesn't tell me what kind of ducks. It doesn't tell me how, when, or where. It tells me what? It tells me how many, right? So, how many ducks? Several. And if it tells me how many, it's an adjective. All right, so the sentences today were a little different. What we want to remember is that adverbs can describe, or remember that special word that we sometimes use is modify, which means to describe. So adverbs can modify or describe how from a verb, or how from the adverb, or how from the adjective. So if I'm going to find adverbs, I can go to the verb, another adverb, or I can go to an adjective and ask how, when, or where. Those are the questions that adverbs will answer. Okay, I know it's a little tricky. We will continue to do this, so if it still seems kind of confusing to you, that's okay. All right? Remember, we will continue to do more and more every day to practice these skills until we get really good at picking out where all the adverbs and adjectives are. Okay? Good job. You can put it away for today. Okay.